Hello, Earth signs, and welcome to your new moon in Aquarius, first new moon of this decade, new cycle. It's the Chinese New Year, the Lunar New Year today. I was going to record this yesterday, but it just didn't happen. So here it is today. And if you're watching this from the future, looking back on your lessons today, then hello, welcome. Okay, so first things first, let's talk a little bit about this reading. So this reading is for Earth signs, Sun, Moon, Rising, and North Node. If you don't know what those are for yourself, check out your free astrology chart on astro-charts.com. The link is below. If you'd like an interpretation of your chart and a reading with me, I have two options for that. The links are also below. You can do a 20-minute recording or a coaching call with me. I'd love to do that with you. I love looking at your astro chart and looking at your destiny. And then we're going to give a general reading for all Earth signs for your Sun, Moon, Rising, and North Node right now. And if you'd like specific readings for your other signs, for your sign like Capricorn, Virgo, and Taurus, then those will be in the extended reading. You can donate whatever you'd like to get access to all of my extended readings. So you'll get the water, the earth, the fire, and the air sign readings. And if you're one of my current or past clients, because I love you so much, you get those for free. So please DM me or email me to get access to those, and I will send them to you right away. All right, my love, so without further ado, let us get into your reading. We're going to be asking 4 questions from the cards today. And the first question is, what is being created next for the greatest good of all? For the greatest good of all, what is being created next, Earth signs? The Aquarius full moon is all about what's for the greatest good, what is the change that needs to be happening, what is the next revolution of creation coming in. So let's see, Earth signs, what is being created next for all of you? Okay, and immediately I got Moth Spirit, and I also got Scarab Spirit because that was just popping out at me from the bottom of the deck. So Scarab Spirit, it's all falling around. All right, we're all falling apart a little bit, but we have magic within us. So Scarab Spirit is about magic working through you, and Moth Spirit is about surrendering now. So there's this real sense of needing to surrender to the magic within you. Like that is what's being created for the greatest good of all. Is, do you understand just how deeply magical you are? How you have the ability to transform, right? Scarab beetles are, they're kind of like dung beetles. They can take like feces and shit and transform it into magic. And they were really, really revered in ancient Egyptian times. And so this transformational quality within you is here, and it's here to serve the world. And you have to create something with it. You have to create something with the magic within you, but you have to surrender to what that looks like. So I'm going to read a little bit more about both of these cards so I can get you even more clarity. Specifically, I want to read about the Moth Spirit. Of course, I opened it almost to the exact page. Moth Spirit asks, what is guiding you right now? Are you in alignment with spirit or pursuing something or someone with so much tenacity that it has become a compulsion or an addiction? Are you doing it consciously? Are you actually consciously like what you're working on and creating right now, especially as an earth sign, creating it into physical manifestation? Are you doing it consciously, or is it just kind of a pattern for you? Or are you just doing it because you were already doing it before and now you're doing it again, right? You have to consciously create the magic within you out into the world. Are you so intoxicated by a potential relationship or opportunity that you can't even think straight? Hard work and dedication are virtues, and love, of course, is a beautiful thing. However, when Moth Spirit appears, it's time to consider if you've gone over the edge in a relentless pursuit. Workaholism, overeating, perfectionism, or addiction to certainty, or even to a person may be your current vice. The form of your addiction does not matter so much as awareness of the consequences of remaining persistent when moderation is needed. Let go of your excessive energy by channeling it in more than one direction. Now is the time for surrender and radical acceptance, for that you drive, so that your drive does not cause you to flee or to fight. Spirit wants you to release your need for certainty and control so that you can relax into a more balanced way of using your Moth Spirit energy. Banish the shoulds and musts so that you can enjoy what is, so that you can allow for what might be. Yeah, so there's this deep message for me based on that reading that you really, really have to let go of what you think is expected of you. Like, are you just addicted to having an outcome because that's what you wanted 5 years ago? Like, that's what I'm kind of getting is like, what you're pursuing right now is like old and outdated. It needs to be updated with what you currently want. And I think a lot of you are already on this path, and what's next for you, like some of you need to get clear on what that is and like focus on multiple directions so that you can let your magic live out in the world, because you've got a lot of magic to give. If you've been drawn to these readings, I'm here for people that are like, that got the magic within them and are here to serve the world in mighty ways. So they need support and guidance along the way, and to tune into the cycles of the cosmos as they do that, because it's all here to support you. And for those of you that are on the right path, that already know that you're working towards it, that have created new visions or are taking action toward it, you just got to surrender. You just got to surrender and know that what is for you will come to you, and it'll just keep appearing. And you got to let that magic work through you. There's a sense of like letting even more of your power and your magic like out into the world so that it can be enjoyed by all of us. Like that is what is being created for the highest good right now, is you actually connecting to like your deepest creation, your deepest strength, like the thing that actually gives you joy, and no shit, no kidding, like being real with that, not thinking about what might give you joy as an ego fulfillment or what you thought might serve you. Again, it's like actually thinking about your future and your magic and the way you want to live, and then surrendering to the idea that you can actually have that. Okay. Powerful, powerful messages. Let's move on to the next question. What new ideas and thoughts do you need to let fertilize right now? What new ideas and thoughts do you need to let fertilize? Something that I do want to say is with these cycles, this is all related to cycles of 12, because we are in the Chinese New Year, like literally starting the new cycle again right now. So there's a sense of like for the next 12 years, you don't want them to be like, you don't want to repeat what you did 12 years ago. Even if you're having a great time, you want to constantly be growing and expanding and having new experiences in this life. So really like being clear on the next 12 years are able to be magical and are able to be wonderful for you, but you've got to be honest with yourself and let go of weird, egoic, like traditional attachments to what you think makes sense for you to create, but rather like be in a world of a lot more possibility than that. Like be in a world of a lot more optimism than maybe is even necessary, or maybe is even logical for you to be, right? Be in the world of magic. Like that's where you need to live. All right. So what new ideas and thoughts do you need to let fertilize? I'm going to read a good tarot card for that. Okay. This is just coming out immediately. These, okay. Wow. What's happening? Okay. So I've got the Ace of Earth. I have the Four of Earth, and I have Justice. Ooh, this feels like a very specific reading. Okay. So we're getting a lot. What new ideas and thoughts do you need to materialize? So again, Ace of Earth is like new ideas, new action being taken for something that you're going to put into form. Again, it's like around business and money and material possessions. Four of Earth is like really strong foundations being built for that. And like there's a moth here. She's literally holding a moth in her hands. So it's again like, but she's holding it. She's not even holding it. She's letting it float and hover above. So there's this sense of like needing to create in the physical form. Like you need to have this idea or this thought or this epiphany that you can create in the physical form based on your deepest magic, based on your deepest surrender, based on letting go and having like, maybe even having like 4 different options in front of you, like 4 different ways of making money, 4 different creative expressions, 4 different, something to do with 4 in terms of like 4 different manifestations, 4 different seasons, etc. You'll get what I mean. You'll get a clear thought and realization around that. And then with Justice, it's all about balance. And it's about like, especially if you've had like anything to do with legal affairs or like accounting or like, sorry about that background noise. If you've had like legal situations or accounting situations or things that you've needed to pay for, like there's this balance coming in right now in your life, and you have to honor that balance, right? Like maybe your books are balanced for the first time in a long time, or maybe like, you know, that period before is over, right? It's a new time. It's the Ace time. It's time for a new beginning, and you get to create new solid foundations that are a lot more balanced and that can give you a lot more balance in terms of your deep meaning in the world, like your deep fulfillment, as well as your manifestation outward. I'm going to read a little bit about this, especially the Four of Earth. That's what's drawing to me the very most. But there's this deep sense of like, you know, you're through the woods. You've you've done what you needed to do. Maybe you you sold the house, you got that thing done, you finished the business, you closed something out, you closed a contract, you closed a deal, and now you get to move forward and create the new life and create new stability, new foundations. And they have to be based on what would be like magical and fulfilling for you to live with and for you to experience in life. They can't be based on, like previous expectations of what would be good, right? So 4 is ownership, the beauty of divine order, trusting in a solid foundation. Even if I feel shaken up and I'm unable to understand why things happen as they do, I know for certain that divine order manifests in all aspects of my life. What I have built rests on solid foundation, so there is no need to fear. And then Ace of Earth, prosperity in its purest form, concrete results in the physical world, abundance made manifest. This is a time for abundance for you. Like, you need to have new ideas about how money and abundance can even come into your life, like brand new frameworks, look at different business models, look at different ways of making money. This is also a message, I believe, for one of the air signs. I don't remember right now, but there's this need to look at like different ways of bringing in income and having material wealth and abundance. And it's time now. It's your time now. There's fairness. There's justice coming to you. Like, it's your karma. It's your time to have this abundance and prosperity. So allow it and receive it. What do you need to let yourself be even more authentically yourself and more of your authentic, unconventional self? Because this is what this will require, right? Your magic is that authentic, unconventional you. So I'm going to pull a card for this. This is our 3rd question, if that wasn't clear, because I just kind of jumped into it. What do you need to let even more of your authentically unconventional self out? And I'm going to pull a divine oracle card for you, divine feminine. How can you let even more of your authentic self out? Perpetua. Oh my God. Oh yeah, this is so funny. The saint of authenticity. Literally the saint of authenticity. Pray to the saint of authenticity. She is the saint of authenticity, right? She was herself to her dying day. She says, I am my authentic self in all circumstances. Know that you already are. Know that you already are your authentic self, no matter where there's nothing for you to do. And if you feel like you need to be more authentic and more expressed, then pray to be more authentic and expressed, right? You can read Perpetua's story. You can even like pray to her as like a deity or as a guidance or as a guide for you to be even more fully expressed and more authentic, right? Because your authenticity is your destiny. Enlightenment in this time frame is all about authenticity. It's not about like being on the mountaintop and meditating all day and like only eating vegan food, etc. It's about you being authentic and letting your gifts, your passion, your magic out into the world, and trusting that that will be what builds new foundations and gives you beautiful new opportunities. So just know that you are already your authentic self in all experiences, and being your authentic self in all experiences will be what brings this out. So there's like a need to do more art, more magic, more ways of expressing that so that you can fully be authentic in all areas of your life. The question I want you to consider is, where aren't you authentic? That's where you need to look so you can come into alignment even more. All right, and last question, what do you need to focus on for this new cycle? I'm going to pull another animal card. This is your focus. And that came out quickly. Oh my gosh, starfish. Yay, this was in Scorpio extended reading. Starfish spirit, open to infinite possibilities. So open up to even more possibilities. What you think is impossible is possible. If you think it, it can happen. Otherwise, you wouldn't think it. You need to be focused on the pure potential of something. Don't be focused on what it was. Don't be focused on what it is. Be focused on what you want it to be, the magic of what it can be. This is true in relationships, in your career, in your creativity, in your family, etc. Infinite possibility, like literally making the impossible possible. You have to dream, you have to let yourself dream, and you have to let yourself believe that you can have it, that starfish can come out for the sand and it can be yours and it can decorate your house and it has offered itself to you, right? So let the infinite possibilities offer themselves to you, and think about your life beyond the constraints and confines of what it could be or what it should be, right? Think about what it can be, what you want it to be, what would fulfill you for it to be. And this is especially true for your relationships and in your career, right? Don't be focused on the past. Let that go. Create from the future that you want and what you want it to look like. This is such a beautiful reading, Earth signs. I can't wait to get into your extended. Check that out below if you want. And if not, that's cool. I hope this really served you. Have a beautiful, beautiful new year. Celebrate the start of this new cycle. I am sending you so much love. Sat Nam, my loves.